Why does Jason Momoa look so different as Blanka? Street Fighter Movie Explained Warning. Spoiler warning before we begin. This video contains spoilers related to the upcoming Street Fighter movie, including officially released footage, casting details, and character reveals. If you're planning to go into the movie completely blind, this is your chance to click away. With that said, let's get started. If you watched the brand new Street Fighter Blanka vs. Ryu teaser, you probably had the exact same reaction as everyone else. Wait, that's Jason Momoa? The long hair is gone, his skin is bright green, his body looks larger than ever, his face is almost unrecognizable. And instead of looking like Aquaman, he looks like a wild creature straight out of the Amazon rainforest. The internet immediately exploded with one question. Why does Jason Momoa look so different as Blanka? Well, the answer isn't just makeup, it isn't just CGI, and it isn't simply a costume. To understand why Momoa looks this way, we first have to understand who Blanka really is. Let's break it all down. Who is Blanka? If you've only recently discovered Street Fighter, you might think Blanka is simply the green monster. But longtime fans know he's actually one of the franchise's most tragic characters. Blanka wasn't born looking like this. He wasn't born green, and he certainly wasn't born with electric powers. According to the classic Street Fighter story, Blanka was originally a young boy named Jimmy. After surviving a plane crash over the Amazon rainforest, he became separated from civilization and spent years living alone in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Over time, he adapted to survive in the jungle, eventually becoming the powerful fighter fans know today. Different versions of the games and related media have interpreted his transformation in different ways, but the core idea has always been the same. Blanka is a human whose appearance and abilities changed dramatically after years in the wild. That tragic origin is a big reason why the character has remained a fan favorite for decades. Why Jason Momoa was chosen. When Legendary and Capcom officially announced the cast, many fans were surprised to see Jason Momoa playing Blanka. The movie also stars Andrew Koji as Ryu, Noah Centineo as Ken, Kalina Liang as Chun-Li, David Dastmalchian as M. Bison, and several other well-known actors and athletes. At first, some people questioned the casting. After all, Jason Momoa is known for playing confident heroes like Aquaman and Duncan Idaho. Blanka is completely different. He barely resembles a traditional action hero. He's emotional, wild, unpredictable, animalistic. But that's exactly why Momoa may have been the perfect choice. Throughout his career, Jason has always been willing to completely transform himself for a role, and Blanka demanded exactly that. A complete physical transformation. One of the biggest reasons people didn't immediately recognize Momoa is because this isn't simply Jason wearing green paint. The filmmakers have dramatically changed almost every part of his appearance. His skin tone, his hair, his facial structure, his teeth, his posture, even the way he walks. The goal wasn't to make Jason Momoa look cool. The goal was to make audiences forget they're watching Jason Momoa at all. Instead, they wanted them to see only one character, Blanka. More than just CGI. Many viewers assumed everything was computer-generated, but early footage suggests the production is blending prosthetic makeup, practical effects, costumes, and digital enhancements rather than relying entirely on CGI. That approach has become increasingly common in major fantasy and superhero films because it helps actors deliver more convincing performances on set. That means Jason still had to physically perform much of Blanka's movement. The crouched posture, the aggressive stance, the animal-like movements, the intense facial expressions. All of those require performance, not just visual effects. Why is Blanka green? Perhaps the biggest question new audiences ask is, why is he green? Over the years, Street Fighter has offered different explanations depending on the game, comic, or animated adaptation. Sometimes it's linked to his years surviving in the Amazon. Other versions lean more into the franchise's stylized, fantastical world. The important thing is that Blanka's appearance has become one of the most recognizable designs in fighting game history. That bright green skin isn't just a color choice, it's part of the character's identity. The filmmakers clearly wanted to stay faithful to that iconic look rather than reinvent him completely. Blanka's electric powers. Then there's his most famous ability, electricity. Blanka doesn't throw fireballs like Ryu. He doesn't use psycho power like M. Bison. Instead, he generates powerful electrical attacks. It's one of the character's signature moves in the games. Fans have been eager to see how the movie adapts these abilities, especially after recent footage teased a confrontation between Blanka and Ryu. The fight everyone is talking about. One of the biggest reasons Street Fighter movies started trending is because fans got a fresh look at the film's action. The newly released footage highlights Blanka versus Ryu, giving audiences their clearest look yet at Jason Momoa's transformation and how the filmmakers are translating the classic games to live action. Reactions have been mixed, but passionate. Some fans love the faithful recreation of Blanka's fighting style. Others are debating the visual effects and fast-paced editing. Either way, people are talking. And for a movie based on one of gaming's biggest franchises, that's exactly what the studio wants. Can Jason Momoa become the definitive Blanka? Playing Blanka isn't easy. Unlike Ryu or Chun-Li, Blanka speaks less through dialogue and more through movement. Every roar, every leap, every electric attack, every facial expression has to convince audiences that this isn't just a man in makeup. It's a character who has spent years surviving against impossible odds. That's a huge acting challenge, and it's one of the reasons fans are so curious to see Momoa's full performance. What this means for the Street Fighter movie. The new film isn't simply trying to recreate the 1994 adaptation. Instead, it's bringing together a large ensemble of classic fighters in a story centered around Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, and the World Warrior Tournament, with Blanka playing one of the franchise's iconic roles. The movie is directed by Kitao Sakurai and is scheduled for release on October 16, 2026. If Blanka's transformation resonates with fans, it could become one of the movie's standout performances. And if Jason Momoa manages to balance the character's savage appearance with the humanity underneath, he may introduce an entirely new generation to one of gaming's most beloved fighters. Final thoughts. Jason Momoa looking different isn't the surprise. That's exactly what the role demanded. Blanka has never been a polished superhero. He's never been a flawless action star. He's a survivor. A fighter shaped by isolation, hardship, and years spent adapting to a world that transformed him into something both powerful and misunderstood. That's why Blanka has remained one of Street Fighter's most unforgettable characters for nearly 4 decades. The challenge for this new movie isn't just making him look like the video game version. It's making audiences care about the person behind the green skin. If Jason Momoa can deliver both the physical intensity and the emotional depth that Blanka deserves, this could end up being one of the film's biggest surprises. And judging by the reaction to the first footage, fans are already paying very close attention. So what do you think? Did Jason Momoa disappear completely into the role of Blanka? Or were you expecting a different interpretation of the iconic Street Fighter character? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more movie explainers, character origins, gaming adaptations, and hidden details. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.